Thank you. I just want to say thank you, President Williams. In this moment, I feel like the most fortunate person in the world. Thank you for this honor and for entrusting me with the responsibility of leading this exceptional university. The College Mace and Presidential Medallion are solemn reminders of my obligation to serve this university and its people with integrity, vision, and care. Thank you, University Senate President Lugo, for presiding over this ceremony. Senator Flexer, Chair Gui, Chancellor Cheng, I'm extremely grateful for your powerful expressions of support for Eastern and for my leadership. Emma, I am certain that everyone in this hall will remember your words because they so perfectly capture the essence of why this university exists. While we would love for you to be here another semester, we also know that you are ready for the next chapter in your journey. No matter where life takes you, Eastern will always be your home. Peter, thank you for reminding us that at the heart of Eastern are its people. People exemplified by our dedicated faculty, our staff, our administrators, everyone involved, who care deeply about helping students like Emma reach their full potential and grow in ways they may not have even imagined. I know that you and Emma did not share your notes with each other, but it's incredible how complementary they were. Lisa, thank you for not spilling the beans. It was risky. It was risky. Dana, I love you. I love you. In you is the passion, the leadership that David Carter, your mentor, would be proud of. And here at Eastern, I'm proud to know that that legacy is in through you, and I feel so fortunate that that's something that you see in me. To our musical artists, thank you for sharing the gift of your talent and for your beautiful, moving performances. I'm honored to share this stage with President Emerita Dr. Elsa Nunez, who led Eastern with distinction for 18 years. I thank my leadership team, whose collaboration and commitment have made this first year so rewarding. And I'm especially grateful to my colleagues from the Connecticut State Colleges and Universities for being here today. To our students, where are you? Yes. You energize and give meaning to everything we do, And I thank you all for your commitment, care, and engagement. To the Regents, distinguished guests, delegates, mentors, faculty, staff, alumni, foundation board members, friends, and visitors who have traveled near and far to witness and be part of this event, I thank you for being here. Your presence means so much to me and to our entire community. To my family, it is impossible to put into words how I feel about you. You sustain me, ground me, humor me, are always there for me, and most importantly, remind me not to take myself too seriously. Wendy, I love you so much. Let me share a quick story. I met my future wife in 1998 at our cafe in Queens, New York. At the time, I was an assistant professor at St. John's University, and the faculty decided to offer a 7 a.m. section of an Introduction to Criminal Justice class. I'm not going to do that to you. Peter Cardellina, one of my former colleagues, knows. So, of course, being the newbie, that section was given to me in what I thought was some sort of crazy New York hazing ritual. I've never been a morning person. I never drink coffee. Well, for a semester, both of those things had to change fast. 2 alarm clocks helped me get out of bed, and a heady mix of coffee and cranberry muffin from the cafe helped me get reasonably coherent. One morning, the cafe was bustling with commuters heading to New York. I saw that Wendy was extremely busy, so I offered to pour my own coffee. She let me step behind the counter, something I later learned she never allowed anyone else to do. Over the course of the semester, the frequency of my trips to the cafe increased. Soon the coffee and muffins were just an excuse. In the early afternoon, when the cafe was less frenetic, Wendy and I would talk about travel, books, films, food, music, politics. The rest, as they say, is history. Eventually, I moved into a rent-controlled apartment. For any New Yorker, you know that's a big bonus. Wendy, you are everything to me. I would not be here without you. One of the great gifts that Wendy has given me is Lisa, my sister-in-law who has become my sister. Lisa is an inspiration, a born leader, and one of the coolest people you know. You got a glimpse of that. Thank you for being you, Lisa. I want to say a special hello to Pasco, Sophie, and my brilliant goddaughter, Scarlett, who are all watching from Cambridge, England. Happy 21st birthday, Scarlett. And my brother, Brahim, is also here today. Brahim. I am so proud of him and the work he does in healthcare, leading a team who perform diagnostic imaging for patients in central Ontario. Rahim and I grew up in London in the 1970s. We were raised by our mom, Rabia, an immigrant from Kenya, during a period of severe social unrest and racism against minorities, fueled by the extreme neo-fascist National Front Party. Strong-willed and devoted to her sons, my mother divorced my violent father when I was 7 and my brother was 2. From that point on, our lives were about physical, emotional, and financial survival. When that was not enough, for a while we were protected from my father by court orders. When that was not enough, we went into hiding, moving from one place to another. It's strange how a triangular piece of toast and orange marmalade can take me back to those places. During this time, we would go to school when it seemed safe to do so. Education was a luxury and a lifeline. One afternoon, my father tried to abduct me. I must have been 9 or 10 years old. The headmaster of the school, Mr. Jeffries, I will never forget Mr. Jeffries, intervened by putting me in the back seat of his white Volkswagen Beetle, covering me in a blanket, and taking me to a family friend until my mom came home from work. When Mom came home, my brother and I knew we were safe. She was our protector. I love that she worked at Selfridges, the world's largest department store at the time, right on Oxford Street in the heart of the city. I still remember riding the double-decker bus with my brother to meet her on lunch in the summer. Life was difficult, to be sure, but we never felt trapped. She worried, but she never despaired. Through it all, she instilled in us values that shaped our worldview. Respect everyone, be compassionate and caring, work hard, and value education. My mom passed away on December 7th. She was our inspiration, our North Star. We miss her so much. To the Eastern community, the warrior spirit is rising. Can you feel it? I certainly can. This gathering is a reminder to all of us that Eastern is a gem of Connecticut public higher education. Not a hidden gem, a gem. Just look around this magnificent concert hall. Visualize our campus beyond these walls and feel the pride that I feel in this moment. Let yourself feel the history of this great institution and the countless graduates who have contributed to this state for 136 years. This ceremony connects us to 1889 and the founding of Willimantic State Normal School, to Cheney University of Pennsylvania, the first historically black university founded in 1837, to 1795 and the founding of the University of North Carolina, the nation's first public university, and to 1636, the year Harvard University was established, the first university in the United States. All colleges and universities share a common DNA. For universities like Eastern, this is made manifest through an unwavering commitment to extending the promise of higher education to everyone who wishes to pursue their dreams. Everyone. to those who may not see themselves as deserving or capable or financially able to enter the higher educational opportunity structure. Just over a year ago, I met with members of the Eastern community as part of my interview for the presidency. I will never forget that day. While we talked about challenges, the overwhelming message was hope for the future and confidence that Eastern would thrive and advance in the face of adversity. From the moment I left those meetings, I knew that I wanted to join this remarkable and hopeful community. When the Chancellor called me to let me know that he would be moving my name forward to the Board of Regents, Wendy and I were together, and we were ecstatic, although I have to say it took him just a tad too long to get to the headline. It's okay, Chancellor. Now, 12 months later, we gather in this magnificent concert hall to celebrate Eastern Connecticut State University together. One of the most rewarding aspects of working in higher education is that if you are open to it, if you truly listen, you learn something meaningful every day. It was in that spirit that I launched my Listening and Learning Tour. Through a series of conversations with all key stakeholders, my goal was to gain a deeper understanding of Eastern from those who know it best. Each of the 28 sessions began with a review of our core foundations. Our mission to engage students from all backgrounds in a transformative liberal arts experience that provides them with the knowledge and skills to lead enriching, purposeful lives. Our unique designation as Connecticut's public liberal arts university, affirmed by Eastern's liberal arts core that fosters critical thinking, ethical reasoning, communication, creativity, and quantitative literacy, strengthened by our commitment to the first-year experience and high-impact practices like global field courses, internships, undergraduate research, and community-based learning. Our mission class as a regional public university, which compels us to serve students and improve the overall quality of life in our surrounding communities and throughout Connecticut. And finally, our university culture, defined by a steadfast commitment to creating a living, learning, and working environment that is welcoming, inclusive, and supportive. While the discussions varied across groups, a shared understanding quickly emerged, a consensus about what makes Eastern exceptional, what our community values most, and what we continue to aspire toward. The best of what we are is found in a genuine desire to welcome and serve students. This defining characteristic unites the Eastern community. The energy of shared purpose both inspires and connects us. Our students and alumni recognize this, and they are deeply grateful for it. The best of what we are is found in Eastern's distinct mission within Connecticut's system of public higher education. This is both a clear differentiator and a deep source of pride. Our community embraces it and protects it with purpose and conviction. The best of what we are is found in our culture of academic excellence. Rigorous academic standards, small class sizes, high-impact practices, intensive core curricula, and countless co-curricular opportunities nurture intellectual curiosity, discovery, and growth. At the heart of it are teacher-scholars who bring their research and passion into the classroom. The best of what we are is found in our caring community. Relationships across departments, offices, and generations advance the mission of this university and humanize our work. This interpersonal spirit fosters creative problem-solving and a strong sense of belonging. The best of what we are is found in our role as a regional leader. Eastern takes seriously its responsibility to improve lives beyond our campus. We are proud to be an engaged community, partner, generous with our time, talents, and resources. And finally, the best of what we are is made visible by the campus itself. Beautiful, walkable, welcoming, and full of possibility. That is what I have learned about Eastern from the Eastern community itself. It is easy to see why I felt a deep sense of hope the very first time I met members of this extraordinary university community. But what stood out most during the listening and learning sessions was something even more profound: affection. A genuine, abiding affection for Eastern. Affection encompassing love, care, and commitment. That affection is Eastern. That is truly the best of what we are. Public confidence in American higher education, as in many other institutions, has declined over the past 2 decades. For leaders of colleges and universities, we must see this confidence gap as an opportunity, a chance to reaffirm why higher education matters. Our true value comes from contributing to the intellectual growth, social development, and well-being of our students, from our support of discovery, creativity, and public service, and from our fostering of open dialogue, open inquiry, and diverse perspectives, all essential to a healthy democracy. Eastern matters because 92% of our students come from 158 of the 169 towns in the state, and because 86% of our graduates stay, work, and contribute to this state's economy. Eastern matters because of our commitment to building a diverse, equitable, and inclusive community, and our knowledge that that enriches every student's experience. It shapes their understanding of their world as citizens, neighbors, employees, and as leaders. Eastern matters because our liberal arts core curriculum strengthens the exceptional education students receive in their majors, adding depth, adaptability, and worth to their degrees. Eastern matters because we engage and partner with the communities that surround us. Eastern matters because for 136 years we have been an affordable, high-quality educational option to the families of Connecticut and beyond. Thanks to the dedication of every member of our campus community, Eastern will always matter for our students, for Connecticut, and for generations to come. My favorite author is George Orwell, the novelist, journalist, and public intellectual whose timeless critiques of authoritarianism and threats to democracy remain deeply relevant today. When I think about Eastern's role as a liberal arts institution, I think about the transformational impact that writers like Orwell can have on our students' understanding of the world. The most influential figures help us make sense of the past, present, and future in ways that cannot be easily measured. Here, our students encounter thinkers who challenge assumptions, stimulate inquiry, and inspire action, often in unexpected ways. At the start of this academic year, I did not anticipate thinking about Orwell in the way that I do now, or ending my investiture remarks with his legacy. But context is everything. Together, we have the extraordinary capacity to introduce students to audacious minds, groundbreaking ideas, and the awesome power of discovery. Together, we have the privilege of transforming lives through education, inspiring the next generation to meet our world's greatest challenges with creativity, passion, and purpose. And together, we have a remarkable opportunity to enliven our students' curiosity, to catalyze the growth of both their intelligence and their ethics, and to empower them to lead lives of meaning and impact. There should be no doubt, Eastern matters. But I submit to you that our work together comes at a moment in which Eastern has never mattered more. And while these may be uncertain times for the great experiment of public higher education, let alone the power of independent thinking, I suspect we have never been more certain about what we value at Eastern. Together, we should have every confidence that our deep appreciation for the best of what we are will both ground and guide us in the days and years ahead. It will help us find the requisite strength and courage to overcome whatever obstacles the wider world may throw our way. And it will allow us to first imagine and then to steadily realize all that we must still do to build upon this incredible foundation, ensuring that the best of what we are gives root to the best of what we will become. Thank you, Eastern Connecticut State University, for welcoming me into this extraordinary community. I am honored to embrace these opportunities with you each and every day.